What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're going to go over GME. This thing's back and it's insane. Check it out. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and jump into this video here. Now in this video what we're going to do is we're going to discuss some of the fundamental catalysts going around with GME that's causing this squeeze, this new round 2 of squeeze, and then we're going to go over the technical analysis portion of it. Now a few days ago I made a new video on GME, and actually on Monday I did a compilation of videos on GME, AMC, and a few other plays, all right, and gave out some good levels that have held true since Monday. GME, it continues to move on upward and defy pretty much all sorts of regular trading tactics. Now, there are reasons why GME has made this move, and we're going to go over that in this video here. Now, what I want you to understand, though, is I get that new traders are very emotionally attached to tickers. However, experienced traders are not. And we tend to be able to take emotions out of the equation and look at both the bearish and the bullish side of each coin. And that's something I've done on each one of my GME videos and each one of my stock profile videos. Right? I've analyzed both sides of the coin and given both sides of the levels. And that's what we're going to do again in this video. But in this one, it's more directed at GME instead of a bunch of different tickers, and we're actually going to look at some of these fundamental catalysts that have sent GME moving up again. Before we move any further, do me a quick favor, smash the like button for me and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. The very first thing that we're going to talk about on GME is that they're going to be reporting earnings on March 23rd. So GME is going to report earnings on March 23rd, which is what? About a week and a half away or so. Now, anytime a ticker that especially is very hyped up announces when they're going to report earnings, we usually tend to see a run up leading into that earnings call, followed by a drop afterwards. That's generally pretty common. Now, that's probably one of the reasons why GME is starting to squeeze up, right? Now I can picture some diamond hands bag holder is going to get triggered because I said that's a reason. That is one of the reasons GME is looking to move on up higher. It's because they have that whole buy the rumor, sell the news type of effect. This happens. It is a strategy many traders use on the daily. They buy up tickers as they're moving up higher, leading into earnings, and they sell it right before earnings. It's a very profitable strategy that many people do, okay? So don't get too triggered by it. It's just a standard strategy that is used by many traders. Now, another reason, and I would say more significant reason, is that the Chewy guy, that's what I call him, the Chewy guy is, on the board. He holds a major stake in GME. And now they've basically told him, hey, buddy, you want to be in charge of leading GME moving forward as far as the digital aspect of the business goes? And that, of course, is going to send the stock higher. Why? Why would it? Well, I said in my past videos, unless GME started to change the way they did business, that stock was going to keep dropping. And we called out all the levels that it would drop potentially to, and I hit them all, except for the ones in the 20s. I said GME would come back down and settle in the 20s, and it didn't. It came all the way down to the 30s and started to bounce off of there, and it started to just trade sideways between 40 to 70. All right, that news hit where this Ryan Cohen is going to be leading the charge on the digital aspect of the business. Okay, and that has started to send the stock higher. Why? Well, because there's a huge short interest still in the stock. Okay, because everybody thought it would go back down to the 20s, even the teens. I never thought it would go all the way to the teens, but I did think 20s. And with this shift in business going towards something that's actually beneficial for the business, it would send new hype to it. And what would happen there? You would have shorts start to cover positions, new longs start to open positions, and see the stock move up higher. Now, do I think GME is worth $300, $200? No, I do not think it's worth that. And no, I do not think it's worth that. Do I think it's going to stay there? I don't think so. Don't think so, but we could probably see GME make a move to upwards of $400 plus if this continues, if this squeeze continues and it holds the key levels. Those key levels are the ones we're going to jump into here on the chart here as we jump into the daily chart and take a look at some technical analysis behind the GME short squeeze. So let's go ahead and take a moment and jump into that chart. And we see that GME, if you guys remember, my last video on GME was somewhere in here. All right, I did it somewhere in here, and I said if GME keeps holding this area, all right, this $100 area, and can finally break above 150 to 160 and hold, we can easily see the gap fill upwards of 200. We did that. We did that here over the course of 2 days, and then now we're above 300. All right, this is crucial levels we're talking about here, and if GME can continue to hold at least above 250, we could definitely see GME squeeze itself up here to the 400s. But it needs to hold above the 250s. One thing I'm noticing here on the daily chart, okay, is as we're squeezing up higher, the volume is dropping. That's not something that we want to see. Okay, we generally want to see it squeeze higher with volume increasing. Now, these are things that I teach in my daytraderchatroom.com courses. If you go to daytraderchatroom.com, I'll leave a link in the description and in the comment section. You can download the free course. You can join us for 5 days for $5 as a trial. You can do a number of things, or you can just flat out join us and you'll go through my courses. These are the type of things I teach in my course. Typically speaking, as we squeeze up higher, what you want to see is this volume increase. We're seeing decreasing volume. This needs to reverse and reverse soon, okay? That's what I'm thinking here. Now, if GME can continue to hold this $300 area, we could definitely see that move to 400. I would say the bottom we want to hold is 250. It's this previous top here, previous bottom here, and you see back here on these 2 days, look at that, right there, 250s. Those are those bottoms there. So that's kind of a key level that GME wants to hold so that you have confidence from your longs and you have the bears or the shorts, the bearish traders, you want to see them a little bit nervous and like, oh, it's not breaking down again, right? That's what you want to see. That's usually what's going to give you the recipe for the short squeeze. And then we might see some more fiascos like we saw with Robinhood going crazy and limiting the trading on it. So if that's the case and you want to check out a new broker, Webull's in the description section. You download the app, fund your account with $100, you get 2 free stocks, and you get pre-market trading at 4 a.m. that not even E-Trader Charles Schwab does. So check that out. Now, if GME can hold that 250 on any pullbacks, you could see, you know, a round 2 of a little bit of a U shape and then boom, the move back up to 400. It's possible. At this point, it's very possible. Or you could see it even do it today, but it's going to have to increase volume dramatically for it to be sustainable. All right, that's what I'm thinking about on GME here. Now, if it doesn't hold that level, if 250 doesn't hold on pullbacks, and we get a high volume break of 250 on downwards to 200, the bottom level that I would say it needs to hold in order to remain bullish is going to be 200. Otherwise, you'll see shorts pile on in front of 250 and 200 and try to get this back down here to the 150s. Okay, there's your 150 line. Look at it right there. You look towards the right, you see a bunch of tops, and you see that previous pivot tops that you see there at 150. So that's what I'm thinking that is very possible on GME if those levels don't hold. So the levels it needs to hold, in my opinion, are 250 and 300. If those levels hold on pullbacks, you could see the move on upward of 400. If those levels crack and volume increases dramatically to the downside, then it needs to hold 200. Otherwise, I would imagine it would come back down to at least the 150s. Okay, and this was not very bearish. This is very choppy action that went on back here, and you could see it here on your 3-minute charts. If you come back here, very, very choppy. Today, kind of choppy action in here until finally it broke through 300, and now it's gotten cleaner. It's gotten cleaner action here, bigger ranges, and that's what us day traders look for. We want to see range. We like to trade range. So I'll be eyeing it out and definitely keeping it on the watch list for day trades. So as I was editing the video, guys, I told everyone in my chat, and I'll show you, the stocks to watch and then to be careful. You'll see it here. 12 p.m. Stocks to watch, the meme stocks, and then I wrote, be careful. Why did I say be careful? There's a lot of bag holders, like I've said in the video. There's a lot of bag holders, and look at the action that just happened up here. This thing dropped over 100 points. Okay, this thing dropped over 100 points. The high of the day is 348.50, and we are at a low of 248.68. What? A few pennies under 100 points in the blink of an eye. These are three 3-minute candles. That's 9 minutes of price action. And this thing just got absolutely demolished. I don't see any news why. I can imagine bag holders galore got their second chance to let go of these shares, and they're like, yep, I want out of it. And that's what you're seeing now. So, you know, like I still saying, gotta hold that 200. If that level doesn't hold and 150 doesn't hold, I think she's done for quite a while. So, yep, just wanted to share that. This is why never chase. A lot of people got hurt here. A lot of people got hurt here. Let me know your thoughts on GME and what you think are the levels. You know, what do you think about the levels we went over here? Drop them in the comment section below. Remember to smash the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I upload my next video. And I'll catch you on the next one.